The music ministry here at Unity Church of the Hills is very important to me. I get fed spiritually through the music, and I'm sure that the congregation can feel how we're feeling. I think it brings us a little bit closer to spirit when we do sing, and that touching somebody through singing is where it's at. I know that every time before I come to church to sing on Sunday mornings, I pray that God uses us as an instrument to touch somebody, because when you feel that touch, that is really spirit that you feel. I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to have the opportunity to serve here.
The first song I sang at Unity was Love One Another, and it's still my absolute favorite song that we sing with Celebration. It's an amazing song, and I'll never forget it. It's Love One Another. I think everybody knows this song, and it's just so true. This is a group of people that's just my family. They're my family, they're my heart. I love them dearly. From the second I walked up to Susan, she treated me like one of her children. And these are blessings to my life. And I can't imagine a time without them, actually. And then the folks in the congregation, you're just such loving, wonderful, forgiving, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. And, who can turn away from that? It's a huge deal to have people like the Unity community in your life. So I feel very blessed.
I first started singing classical music when I was 13, and I got really into choir and pursued that for a while until I started really liking writing my own songs. So I started my career as a singer-songwriter about 10 years ago. I think that it's really fun and really fulfilling to sing with an ensemble because there's a real sense of family and sense of community that you can't find anywhere else besides just serving together on Sunday mornings. I'd like to thank Unity for having me and for being so welcoming and so friendly, and I've really enjoyed my time here.
In the time that I've been here at UCOH, I have grown deeper in my relationship with God through prayer and the privilege of serving as a prayer chaplain. But more importantly, it has edified me in much of the teachings that we hear about here within this congregation through my experiences with Celebration. And the one thing I know about our group in particular is that we seek to bring a message of love and acceptance and the inherent permission and ability to make choices that serve our highest and best good. And we can't stand on stage and sing to you without knowing that truth for ourselves. And it's our honor and privilege to be able to stand before you Sunday after Sunday to sing what we sing and to give so freely of ourselves in a tremendous and wonderful way. And I'm so proud to be a part of this church. I'm so proud to be a part of this music team. And I'm so proud to call Unity Church of the Hills my spiritual home.
The thing that I am fed most by is the message in the music, the consistent message of oneness and wholeness. I guess the best way to put it is that we are all one, and that we are loved by God. I grew up in a religious setting that we were separate from God, and that never felt right to me. And so to be able to express that in music for me is a blessing. Thank you so much for all your support for the music team and the music ministry here at UCOH. We are so blessed to have such a generous congregation. Thank you so much for your support.
I got involved with the music team at UCOH 12 years ago, and I found out about it through a fellow member who taught with me when I taught middle school choir, and she told me about a Unity church, and I went to a Unity church when I was a teenager. I was actually a Uniteen, and when I found out there was a Unity church here with great music, I was like, whoa. And back then it was just 3 people. It was Roderick, Susan, and a young lady named Melanie. And so I sang with them, and I remember my very first solo was actually the very first time that I sang with them. It was a song called Accept This Prayer, and it was on Mother's Day, and it was on my birthday, and I cried my eyes out. I want to thank everyone at our church for being so loving and supporting. Sometimes it's hard to get up there and sing on Sunday morning, especially if you're not feeling good, if you're having health issues. And sometimes it's kind of scary, but even when we mess up, or even when I myself am feeling afraid, you all always show so much love, and we feel all of that. We feel all of that energy, and it empowers us and it heals us. So thank you for all of the love and the warmth that you give us every single Sunday. I love and appreciate every single one of you. Thank you.
I've had the privilege and honor of being a part of this congregation for the past 20 years. It all started when Ron and Lenore came and saw me in a production at Zachary Scott Theater and asked if I would mind coming to the services and delivering music. Being a preacher's kid, I said, sure. Things have just started from there, and it's now 20 years later, and I want to say thank you for my growth, as well as watching the growth of this church and this music program. Thinking back, the very first solo I ever sang was in pre-K. There was a talent competition, and my mom played piano, and I sang Lean on Me. You could either say it's gone uphill or downhill from there, whichever way you want to look at it. But it's been a great journey, and I'm so blessed to have this church be a part of that journey.
I'm Susan Heinrichs, Director of the Music Ministry here at Unity Church of the Hills. I'm also a preacher's kid, Southern Baptist preacher's kid. And when I left home, I said, as God is my witness, I will never sing or play in church again. Obviously, God had another plan. Bob and I attended Unity the second Sunday, second service in the cafeteria of the school. And we've been here ever since, all through the building and the growing up and the playscapes and the everything else. We love, love, love this church. However, I had not been in music for 20 years, and I didn't even think about being in music. And then Ron and Lenore sent me to a music symposium out at Agape in LA. And I had a calling that said, you should go back and start a music ministry. And I said, no. And then I went back the second year and finally had to say yes. So I said, okay, God, I will do this if you provide me, guide me, and provide me with what is needed. And of course, what did I have to start with but Roderick, and how better is that? And then Kelly came, and other people came, and Tony and John and Tom and Shonda and now Lex, and we've had people, and it just seems like every time God has answered, and we have grown and grown, and we love to sing for our spiritual community. And we've always said we don't perform, but we sing so that we can transform. Unity has been an important part of my life for the last 20 years. We are coming up on our celebration, and that's an important one for us. So I love the fact that we have a music team, the choirs, that are so filled with gifts of love and enthusiasm and joy, because that's what it's all about. If it doesn't bring joy and healing, then we're not doing our job. So we love singing to you every Sunday, and we appreciate you, our spiritual community.